previous video we saw how you created these conf files and helper functions. Now we'll get into the next important line, which is the data processes. Now all these are processes which we have seen during the prototyping phase, where we process the input data. So for that, first we'll have to create this folder called data. The same way, right click and then create this folder. Again, you will have this init.py. Again, to tell that this particular data folder is part of the whole package. And let's open this init. So there's just a single line in this. So you create this underscore init.py and then add this line from .data loader import data processor. Now .data loader is this file, data loader.py, and the data processor is a class inside this data loader file. So we'll see the data processor class just now. So just create this particular file and then name it. So just remember there is this double underscore, two underscores init, then two underscores .py. So that's the way you name this. So let's open this data loader file. So now again create a new file, name it data loader.py, and then open it, and then we'll add the following code. So these are all the as I said mentioned earlier, these are all the classes and the methods which are required for processing the input data. So first load all these packages. Now these are all standard packages in Python. Then also from our utils folder, this is our utils folder, from the helper functions, load the helper functions file. We have seen that helper functions earlier. And then from datetime and other packages also you can load. So these are all these packages which we are loading. Now we are defining a class called the data processor. Now this data processor, what we imported in this init.py. So the data processor only takes the configuration file as the input. So let's open that configuration file also, just so that we know what we are talking about. So the config file is the input to the data processor thing. So we name it at self.config. Why we've named it self.config is because this enables us to access this particular file through all the methods in the class. So that's why we use these self.config file. So once we access this, once we make this the initial initiator function, then there are three methods in this. One is the data loader, which actually loads input data from CSV file. Next is the data parser method, which passes all this data. We have seen all these things. These are familiar things which we have seen in the prototyping phase in post 4 and 5. Okay, in post 4 and 5 you can refer to these things. And then the last one is a GB creator. So this is actually the driver which drives the whole process. So let's first look into the GB creator method. Now this GB creator method, the first line you can see is the cust details. Cust details. So it calls the self.data parser function. So that is this data parser function. So you always have to add it with self.data parser too, because this is a class and we are and each of this function, when you call each of these functions, we have to call it with self. So self.data parser we call it. So let's look into self.data parser. Now the self.data parser is to parse all those data which the raw files which we have. So the first line of data self.data parser is cust details or self.data loader. So this is, we are calling this particular function again. So this particular function data loader is just a simple thing to, so it first reads the input path. Now input path is got from the config file. So here you can find this, the input data. This is the path you have given. So this is my path. So for you will have to give the path where your online retail the CSV file is kept. So this is your path. You have to change this path where you have kept this. Okay, so that's an action for you. So we read that. So we've got the input path, and we just read the data, the CSV file as a pandas data frame using the pd dot read CSV function, and then we return the data frame. So this data frame is returned as cust details here. Now the next is about passing the date function. So we have seen that how we use the lambda function to pass all those dates. So first we convert it into a date function, parse date variable. This parse date variable we have created using this the parser. See the date utils parser. We use the parse date function. Apply a lambda function because we know this is lambda function is to use apply it for all the rows. That's why we use this lambda function and the apply function. And then we create a new variable called weekday, and then get the weekdays. Then as details the day, month, year, and year month. We have seen this in the prototyping phase. I'll not go into details to this. So please refer post 4 and 5 for this. So once this parsing is done, this customer details is returned here into this the first line, the 44 line 44. So the next one is about creating the gross value. Now we have seen that customer gross value is a product of the product quantity and the unit price. So you have seen that retail in the previous posts in 4 and 5, you have seen that Excel file and all those variables in it. So and product quantity into unit price gives you the gross value. So we create that particular thing, and then we return this customer details. Now the calling function for all those things will be later on in the RL reco main dot main. So here we're just introducing what these different classes are. Okay. Later on in this file you will see how these functions are called or these classes are called, and you get all those details. Okay, so that is for the data processor file. Next we'll get into the processes, the line number 14, the processes, different processes for making the RFMs, the RFM and the RL learn and RL recommend.